Hi, my name's Julie, and one thing I've learned about people is that you can look really good on the outside and just be completely miserable on the inside, and that's part of my story. Currently, I am happily married to an amazing guy who I've been with for almost 9 years, and we have two amazing little girls, Kiala and Lily, and I can honestly say I'm so blessed and I'm grateful for my life. However, it wasn't always that way. I didn't look at my life that way. And I honestly didn't think God could use someone like me that was so broken and in so much pain. As a child, I was the kid that was extremely driven and ambitious, overachiever, perfectionistic, extremely competitive, especially with myself. I wanted to be the best at everything. And I also deeply desired to be valued and worthy and significant and loved, and I looked in all the wrong places, and I was addicted to achievements and accolades, and so because of that I accomplished a lot. I was the straight A student, the leader of many groups. I was an all-star athlete, high school valedictorian, went on to pursue modeling and became a runway model in Chicago and New York, and I pursued a dream of mine and my passion of volleyball to play Division I college volleyball. And all of these accomplishments, made me look like I might appear to have it all together on the outside, but it never worked. It never worked because of the way that I was feeling inside. The pressure was so high, and the more I succeeded, the more I felt the pressure because of my identity was wrapped in those things. And so I was secretly battling low self-esteem and depression. I was battling so much performance and social anxiety, a lot of guilt and shame for pretty much everything I did bad. I felt like a horrible person. I hated myself. I felt like a fake and a phony, and I didn't want anyone to know. Not even my best friends knew that I was battling these things, and I would turn to self-destructive behaviors. I would turn to acting out sexually or partying, drinking, getting drunk, and other self-destructive choices that were harmful to me. And it would be a vicious cycle, and I would get more and more depressed. And, I believed in God, and I was crying out to Him, but I just didn't believe that He loved me, that He could. I had so much guilt and shame. And I honestly was believing the lie from the devil that I had to stay in hiding, and that was his way of keeping power over me. And so he was just feeding me all these lies that I was unlovable, that I was no good, that I was ugly and stupid, and that if anybody knew how I was feeling, nobody would love me, that nobody would accept me. And I believed that lie because I didn't know my identity. And so the devil was definitely trying to get me to feel so miserable that I would rather die than endure the pain. And in 1 Peter 5:8, it says in the Bible that your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. And that's what I feel like he did. He tried to make me so miserable that I wanted to die. And at the age of 23, after a painful breakup and just everything coming up, I attempted suicide because I just did not want to deal with the pain anymore. And I honestly did not want to die. I just was crying out for help. I wanted the pain to leave, and it didn't. And so, Jesus just thankfully had mercy on me, and I'm so thankful I wasn't successful with that, because if I had been successful with that, I think about all that I would have missed out on in life. And it's so hard to think about that my family wouldn't be here, my girls would not be here, that so many people would be suffering, my friends and family, because of that choice. And so it's been such a blessing to now know what I didn't know then, which was that the pain wasn't going to last, that there was hope, and that things were going to get better. And I now understand my authority and my inheritance in Jesus to say shut up in Jesus' name to those lies, and to know the voice of God. I would say that's the most crucial thing in my journey, is learning how to hear God's voice, and learning how to ask for help. And the enemy wanted me to stay in hiding, but the Lord showed me that through the power and courage of being honest and having a safe place to be real in a Christian community and asking for help, whether it was through counseling or pastors, that's where real freedom came, and that's where I received love. And I was no longer in bondage to those thoughts because they were no longer hidden. And so that was a breakthrough in just finding that. And so Christy Pierce's ministry was a big impact of really teaching me how to discern God's voice and understand my identity as a child of God, and receive just inner healing through prayer and through words of encouragement from others, and learning how to go to God when I'm feeling down. And, I can honestly say I still battle depression and anxiety from time to time, but I no longer turn to those self-destructive patterns. I turn to the Lord. I turn to prayer. I turn to His Word. And I'm no longer staying in hiding. I'm honest about it. I'm honest with myself, and I'm honest with God and with my friends. And that's where I found hope and joy and just a sense of freedom that's so powerful. And so I want you to have the courage to find those safe people and safe places and that Christian community where you can be really real about your inner struggles and know that you will be loved, and know that will be freeing. And I pray that you would know that you are a child of God who is deeply loved just the way you are. That God knows your hurt and pain. He knows more than anyone that kind of suffering, and He wants to set you free from that, and He has the power to do that. And there is power in His name. That's why even just saying shut up to the enemy in Jesus' name, there's so much power in that. And I just want you to also just know that you don't have to change or be perfect or anything like that. That you are loved just the way you are, and that's good enough.